once again for take two of the truck up. I think I may have gotten everything fixed now with the audio and all that good stuff. So as you guys come in, give me an audio check. Let me know everything is good. And we go ahead and break into tonight's science about the truck update, what's been going on, because I haven't been giving an update. Well, I haven't been posting really anything and stuff, so give y'all a few minutes and stuff to come in. It's really not, well, I guess there is some stuff to talk about, but I just hope that the information and stuff is informative. Again, give me an audio check. Let me know everything is good. I don't get it. What they? All right, so okay, I got a thumbs up and stuff. I appreciate that, but okay. What did they shut? They shut the chat off or something? Is my audio good? Is my audio coming through all right? Got 8 people in here and stuff, and usually people would go ahead and comment. Did they shut off that feature or something, or did I choose the wrong thing? Because I know they made me update and stuff, and if you choose the wrong thing, then they won't let you post the chat up there. All right, so I tell you what, I'm just going ahead and wing it and stuff, right? Just let y'all know what's going on, and I'll figure this stuff out later. Okay, so as you guys know and stuff, I got the update. I went and got the in-frame done on this 2013 Freightliner Cascade, right? And so for the last 2 months, everything has been running smooth. Everything has been running smooth and stuff as far as the motor. But the problem that I'm having is this air system. I've been struggling with this air system and stuff, man, for over a year. And so right before I got the in-frame done on the truck, I went and I got the air system and stuff done. I got got new compressor, new drive, new lines, right? Because my dryer wasn't kicking off like it was supposed to. The dryer wasn't kicking off like it was supposed to. Then sometimes the truck would, it won't build up air and stuff like it's supposed to. Like sometimes it would, sometimes it won't. So finally the compressor goes out. I go over to the shop, get everything done. That's when I decided then, when I was stuck on the side of the road, that I might as well go ahead and get the in-frame done and stuff, right, and just be done with it. And so, yeah, I just made the decision to go all in on the truck, right? Because once I got everything done, everything was done, Everything that could be done to this truck has been done. And so for the last 2 months, I mean, the truck has just been running immaculate. I mean, I had no complaints and stuff. I mean, there are little leaks and stuff here and there. There are some leaks and stuff here and there, and I did have a little bit of a scare about the blow by and stuff. But then, it's just what the truck does and stuff sometimes. It does have, well, the truck doesn't have any blow by and stuff, but there are times where if you catch the truck at the right time, that there would be a little bit of blow by that's coming out of the where you pour the oil at and stuff, right? You might have something coming out of there and stuff, and so, but for the most part, it just it just haven't been happening. You know, the oil has been maintaining. I didn't have to put no more oil in it. I almost made a mistake and did put some in it when it's maintained and stuff. So I'm starting to see where a lot of people are having problems stuff with the DD15 as far as like blowing seals and stuff like that, cause it's a certain way to check the oil on the truck, right? And you can't shut the truck off and just check the oil and stuff, because it just, with these DD15s and stuff, they just give you false readings. And so you got to be, the truck has to be leveled. The truck has to be leveled. The truck has to be off for more than 15 minutes. That's, yeah, anything, yeah, 15 minutes and stuff, I always had an accurate reading and stuff. So anything less than that, it's gonna show that your truck doesn't have any oil, right? So you'll make the mistake and put a gallon in there and stuff, and then, you know, and you're thinking that your truck is actually going through oil, and you got too much oil in it, then it'll mess the seals and stuff up, and then you're right back in the shop again. So yeah, this DD15 will give you false readings, right, if you don't check it the way it's supposed to be checked and stuff, which is, you know, after 15 minutes of sitting on ground level. You know, it has to be level and stuff. If there's any kind of elevation or whatever, right, it's gonna give you a false reading. And you're gonna wind up putting oil in and stuff where the motor just doesn't need oil. So so yeah, I mean, you know, it's a Detroit, so, you know, it just, you're gonna have your leaks and stuff, and so it's not leaking like how it was before and stuff, but there is a little bit of a leak. Yeah, there is a little bit of an oil leak and stuff, and so, you know, I talked to the guy that did the end frame, and, you know, he's saying, you know, he's gonna tighten all that up. You know, that's to be expected. And so once I bring the truck back to them, you know, they already know what to go through, stuff like that, and they, you know, they're gonna tighten everything up that needs to be tightened. So, you know, so he was telling me, make documentation of everything that you feel is wrong with the truck. You know, any kind of inconsistencies, whatever and stuff, man. If it's, you know, just anything that's wrong with it, you know. So once you bring it back, we're gonna go ahead and they already got a list of stuff that they do, but, you know, if there's anything outside of that and stuff, they're also gonna jump on that too. So yeah, so I've been back and forth with him and stuff, and he just been, you know, he's been assuring me every single time, hey, listen, dude, I got you. You know, in fact, you got anything else wrong with the truck and stuff, bring it back. So, which leads me to the situation I'm in now and stuff, right? So, as you can see here, the truck has been running for a while, and you can see it's not building up any air and stuff like before. So, you know, you know, the primary and stuff is a little bit past 70. Secondary, you can see where it's low down and stuff. So the truck's been running. The truck has been running now for, yeah, it's been running now and stuff a little over an hour and everything. So, you know, it's supposed to build up to 120. It's supposed to be maintained, and it's supposed to be kicking out, which is not doing. So that's where it's been giving me problems and stuff at, and it just got extremely bad and stuff over the weekend. So, you know, I got up here, and something was telling me, hey, look, once you get unloaded, just take the truck to the shop, right? Just take it to the shop and stuff, man, get that insurance stuff resolved. And, you know, I didn't listen, right? You know, I mean, the truck's still kind of maintaining for the most part, but so when I made it up here, I stopped for the night. So I got up this morning, went to the shop. Guy checked, you know, the guy checked the line and stuff. He saw a bunch of oil coming out of the line. He said, man, listen, dude, I hate to tell you, but I believe that your compressor is bad, right? believe that your compressor's bad and stuff. And so, I mean, I have no reason to doubt him because, as everything under there got changed. It's brand new lines, it's a brand new line, brand new dryer, brand new compressor. And so, you're not supposed to have any kind of oil and stuff in the line, right? You're not supposed to have any kind of oil and stuff in the line. The oil is the key indicator of a bad compressor. So, as you can see, it's building up air, but with all the gunk and stuff that's in the line, it's not allowing the, I imagine once you take the air governor off and stuff, you can see where a lot of stuff probably seep through there. So, anyway, he showed me that. I went back to the truck stop, and so my plan was to go back to the guy. The plan was to take the truck back to the guy who did the work originally. So, I called him, I let him know what was going on. He said, yeah, bring the truck on back, and we'll go ahead and get you situated. So, to be fair, the guy that did the work, right, the only thing that he charged me was the labor. That was it. There was no upcharge on anything that he got. So, he just made the money on the labor. That was it. As far as the parts and stuff like that, the parts run, I mean, well, he did charge me for the delivery, but as far as the parts, whatever the, he got everything from Freightliner, so whatever they charged and stuff, that's what I paid. I didn't have to pay any extra. So there was no upcharge and stuff there. So, I mean, the guy showed me the invoice. He did everything fair. He did everything fair and stuff. We cross-referenced it with the Freightliner invoice and stuff, and, what he paid is what I paid. So, shout out to that and stuff, man. I mean, I appreciate him on that part there. Again, he just made money on the labor, and that was it. And so, $90 an hour, can't really beat it, especially at the spot that he was at and stuff. So, he was just telling me, hey, man, yeah, we did all the work to the truck and stuff. Bring it back here. We'll take the parts back, and we'll figure something out, So that was my plan, right? The problem is that I'm 700 miles away from him. So I'm taking a real big chance and stuff. I mean, trying to get from his location to mine, trying to get to where I am to where he is with this air issue and stuff, because again, it's not building up fast enough, and I don't want to push the truck to a point where if I keep driving it, then the compressor actually does go out and doesn't build any air at all. And then now, I got a tow bill and stuff on top of all this unnecessariness and stuff, right? So I had to go, it was a couple shops up here and stuff, but everybody was bagged up, and the only place that I can go to is Freightliner. I had to take it to the dealership. And stuff, and of course, y'all know what's been going. Y'all know what I did. You know what's been going on with the truck and stuff like that. So, we kind of had some back, and we talked and stuff, and so they, they got a don't ask, don't tell policy and stuff, right? So, which is good. So they pulled me in there. Checked everything out and stuff, and of course, Freightliner hit you up with the same Freightliner thing. Well, hey man, listen, we're kind of bagged up right now and stuff, but we're gonna pull you in, work on your first thing and stuff like that. So the people that I'm leased on with, they got a truck open, and they saying, well, hey, you can use this truck to go take care of some stuff. Meanwhile, your truck will be in the shop, and once it's ready, you bring our truck back. Get back in yours and stuff, and that's that. So it was something that the whole purpose of me being in this lease, putting the money away, being very adamant about my repairs and stuff, was so that I never had to do that again. I mean, my truck, when I was getting the end frame done on the truck, I had an opportunity then. If I would have asked them, and stuff like that, they would have put me in the truck and put me to work. But, I just felt I had enough. I had enough stacked away to take care of my bills and so on and so forth. So, you know, um, but in this situation here with my air, you know, it's not one of those things where the truck is going to be in the shop for a very long time. You know, it's an air issue. But you know, the fact that they're a little bit bagged up, and then I got this load behind me and stuff like that. So, you know, they said we're gonna prorate it, and you know, it is what it is, right? So, tomorrow's Thursday. I'm thinking I probably won't get the truck back until they probably won't be done with his stuff, man, until Friday, and that's when that's when the load and stuff is due. So, you know, I just go ahead and hook up to the load, go ahead and run that load there, come on back and turn the truck in before 5 o'clock on Friday, and you know, I just be prorated for 2 days, right? So, you know, but what's a blow to me is I got all this stuff done, so I didn't have to go back into the shop no more. You know, it shouldn't be an issue as to, hey man, what's going on with your air system? I got everything changed. You know, everything is changed. Everything is OEM. So, you know, people say you get what you pay for and stuff. And then here's this situation here. Well, I'm right back where I started with this air system. You know, like, hey, yeah, your air system's messed up, right? And so the guy here in the Freightliner shop, he's looking at the compressors, though. It's never been changed. Like, hey, man, you know, you ever changed this thing before and stuff? And I mean, I'm showing him the invoice. You know, I'm showing him the invoice and stuff, man, where I just purchased this thing, and then I explained to him, you know, even when I bought it, I didn't do anything with the truck until everything was rebuilt. You know, it's not like I ran it. You know, the truck was down for 5 weeks and stuff, and so I've been driving the truck for a little over 2.5 months. And you know, he comes back with this whole compressor issue, saying, hey man, yeah, this thing looks old and stuff, and I physically seen this guy go and get this compressor and stuff and bring it back. You know, I looked at the box, took pictures of it, and you know, for him to tell me this thing is looking old, man, I'm like, you know, but see, I mean, that's just, I guess that's just Freightliner being Freightliner and stuff, right? So of course they started looking at things and stuff, which I'm saying, like, you know, all right, it's going back to what happened back in 2018 when I took the truck to Freightliner and stuff for the emission issue, right? I asked the guy, hey, look, I don't mind paying for all this stuff, but I'm saying once it's done, is the truck going to be fixed? Am I going to be, you know, is it going to be fixed, and am I going to be done with it? And, you know, they're telling me, yeah, and the truck went back 9 more times. And so, you know, I'm getting this vibe and stuff here, and I'm saying, you know, this Freightliner, you know, they're a little bit different, but I mean, you know, it's been over 7 years since I've done any business with them and stuff. You know, it never been with this truck here. It's been with the Sky Rooster and stuff, and so it's always been something a little bit small. But they have taken care of me for the most part. But you know, taking the truck in there, and I guess, you know, I'm just at their mercy. But you know, it just, what sucks is, it is one thing if I never would have purchased the stuff to start with, and I just been, you know, kind of beating around the bush with stuff, but then it's something totally different when you went and you purchased all this stuff and you got everything fixed, so you don't have to go back, and then here it is, you're right back in the shop again for the same thing. You know, your air compressor failed. All right, well, what can it be? Because it can't be anything. It can't be anything that was done on my part. You know, the compressor's only been run on the truck 2 months, and so now this warranty issue is coming up now, where the guy's saying, you know, okay, you buy it through Freightliner, and they supposed to have this network where, yeah, when you buy parts from us, our parts are warranty no matter where you go. And so now it's bought from one Freightliner facility, and I'm at another Freightliner facility, which they're testing, and they came to the conclusion that, yeah, your compressor is bad and it's going to have to be changed. So, you know, and so I'm explaining to them that's the only reason why I'm in the shop, because of this compressor. And we need to get it and test it, and if they test it, then we'll honor the warranty and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, y'all supposed to be in a Freightliner network, and this is an OEM part, right? So what's the problem? But again, they're just giving this runaround and stuff. And so I'm like, the compressor is $900, right? The core is $400. So if they don't get a core, then there's another $400 attached onto it. So if I keep this compressor, take it back over there, I was asking them, could they refund me my money? And so, that part there was $1,100, right? So that part was $1,100. So if I give this core back, right, that's only been on the truck for 2 months, if I turn it in as a core, then I lose $700. I lose $700, but I got to pay $400 if I got to pay $400 extra if I decide to keep it and stuff. So now I'm at that dilemma there and stuff. But he's telling me, well, they can work something out and stuff like that, and as long as it's in the Freightliner network, you should be fine. But these are two different places in conflict with each other, right? And so the only person that's losing is me, because my truck is down. So what do you do? So I'm like, well, I guess if I have to eat the cost and stuff, so be it. Of course, there's some more labor and stuff that's involved in it because of the compressor that's failing. Here it is. Now I got to pay for some more labor and stuff like that. So it was 10 hours. It was 10 hours and stuff. So I'm figuring it's probably another 10 hours here. So all in all, the first shop charged me $4 grand. They charged me $4 grand for everything, but now I'm at Freightliner, and I'm figuring, well, yeah, I'm probably be paying another $6, right? So go figure, and that's the thing there about when you get you a cash truck, your stuff is paid off, and you're using your own money and stuff like that. It's cool if the part can give you a certain amount of time to at least make your money back, then it's worth it. You're not really bothered by it. But I'm just saying, I mean, but 2 months isn't enough time to recruit. It's not enough time to recoup the money. Especially with everything else and stuff that was going on. So it just wasn't enough time. But I mean, it is what it is. Just gonna have to dig a little bit deeper and stuff like that. From the way things looking, the truck is probably gonna be there. He said he's gonna get on it tomorrow and stuff, and it's an air issue. So again, I'm expecting not to get my truck back to probably either Monday or Tuesday or next week. With me having this rental truck, they're probably going to want me to run for the rest of the week and stuff, and then bring the truck back in on a Friday or something like that, which is something I'm trying to avoid. But I mean, it is what it is. It's business, but I figure, heck, if I got their truck and stuff, man, I might always just go outside, go outside the lane and see. I just test the waters and stuff right before I send my truck over there. So if they get me something going to Illinois or Iowa or Wisconsin or something like that, the Midwest states, might as well. I mean, hey, I got the truck, I'm paying for it, might as well get out there and stuff and see what it is and stuff, just get a test. Because if it's worth it, then, I might just go ahead and send this truck on out here. But, it's just... It sucks to be all in. It sucks to be all in and stuff, and then you got to go back and fix the same issue and then put more money with it. Like it's different. Like like with the end frame and stuff, it's different. The guy, he, like I said, hey, bring the truck back. If something happens, if something happens, he's willing to come get me. He's willing to come get me and stuff. That's how much he's willing to stake his reputation on this end frame. So I'm like, when you got that type of confidence there and stuff, right, you can say, yeah, all right, yeah, it's worth me going all in, because what's the worst that can happen? All right, the truck goes down and stuff, he's coming to get me, and I'm probably gonna be out of work and stuff for a couple weeks, right? But that's it. It's not like you got to put any more money with it, just money to pay your bills. So yeah, that's the thing about the cash truck, right? It's just, you want your stuff done right, and then when you take it to people or whatever, it's like folks will say, you get what you pay for, and that nonsense and stuff, and that's just not what it is. I mean, you're paying for something OEM, you're not expecting it to fail, but when it does, this is what happens. And so, now you got to go through the motion of trying to get certain things and stuff straight, and people talking back and forth, and it just, it's time that's in there that ultimately is costing you, because they're not losing any money. Their negotiations and stuff, I mean, they're still getting paid by the hour, regardless of whatever decision they come up with. There's nothing that you can do to make them lose money. Because if it was, then they'll be singing a different tune and stuff, but there's nothing me or anyone else out here can do that can make them lose money and stuff. But you can say on the flip side of it, you can see what the effects are of being a company, being a company driver, being a company man, As I'm pretty sure y'all guys seen the videos by now. What's going on over there with Yellow Freight, and that one driver expressing his extreme disappointment and stuff, because he's been working with the company for 30 years, and now his pension is being affected, that sort of thing there and stuff. And so that's my thing about people talking about, well, being an own operator or being in the lease program and stuff like that. Well, okay, you got to tell me what's the benefit of being a company person now, because if you got benefits, you can't afford them. And if they do offer the benefits, or they offer any kind of thing that you participate in and stuff, with the way companies are, they're not really going out of business. They're just changing their name. They're under new management. And so with that new management, you lose your seniority and rank, and you may even have to take a pay cut or whatever. The benefits, you can't afford them. So it's just, okay, you get a paycheck on Friday, right? If you go in and you do the work, as opposed to being your own person. Yeah, it's a lot of headache and stuff involved, a lot of overhead and stuff involved, but again, once you get that down packed, right, and you become your own person, you're able to set your own times and stuff like that. You work, you come and go as you please, but you know what the business is at all times, and go in accordingly. You put in, you can go all in on yourself. It's always best to do that. You know what you got. You can start making proper investments, and you don't have to really depend on you don't have to depend on the people that you work for and stuff to make sure that they do what they're supposed to do. They're matching you dollar for dollar. It's a very sad thing to see, but that's the reality now in the world that we live in. Used to be you can go work at any place. You can work any place as a company person. You did 20 years, and you came out with full benefits, full retirement. They took care of you for life. Whether it was the military or just any job in general. If you was a janitor or whatever. You did 20 years, you can retire, and that was that. So it just made me think about my father. You know, my father, he did. My father did 22 years in the military. He did 5 years at the post office, and he retired. You know, and when I was born, and stuff, he was retired from 2 places. So you know, he didn't, you know, work. You know, he didn't have to go and hit a clock or whatever and stuff, right? And you know, when I was born, my father was 45. When I was born, my father was 45. He passed away. He was 87. So, you know, here it is, what, 20 some years of working, and you retired, and you got 40 years. You got 40 years of being retired and stuff. So, you know, that's just not the reality of the world that we live in anymore. You know, it's like, hey, they want you to work all your life and stuff, and then, you know, you retire, you know, okay, you got 2-3 years of retirement, and then, you know, you hit the graveyard. But yeah, that old school way of doing stuff, that's gone now. So you definitely got to be your own person. And, you know, we're seeing this in the trucking sector more than anything. You know, so yeah. So when people start talking about this company driver stuff, I mean, you know, hey, I hear you, but again, what's the benefit in it? Because yellow is the upper echelons. That's about as high as you can get with LTL. You know, everybody else and stuff, they just changed their protocol and stuff. And you know, in fact, to go with yellow, you know, to get a job with yellow, you had to know somebody, know somebody, know somebody. And you know, even if you had a CDL, you know, you went in there, okay, hey, drive this forklift. You know, drive this forklift and stuff for a couple years, and then we might put you on the truck and stuff later on. You know, same thing with UPS. You know, you went to UPS, you had to know somebody, know somebody, know somebody, know somebody. It wasn't no filling no application out and, you know, getting a job. You know, in fact, UPS was so strict and stuff. You used to have to drop your trailer on the outside, and then somebody came and got the trailer. That's if they even used that service to start with. But you know, that's the way they used to be. You know, if you wasn't a UPS employee, you didn't go on their premises. You know, they'll come get the trailer and stuff, and then once it's done, they'll set it back outside. You know, but now, I mean, you can just, you know, you can walk right in there with UPS and stuff, man, and just like every other employee and stuff. You know, UPS used to have a strict dress code, but now, you know, you just come in all leisure. You know, same thing with the post office. You know, post office, you know, if you wasn't a government employee, you couldn't go in there. See, now anybody can get a contract full of mail. You know, there used to be some very strict and stringent details and stuff. So again, you had to know somebody, know somebody, know somebody, know somebody. But you know, now, hey man, they got postal loads and stuff up here on TQL and CH Robinson, you know, and JD Hunt, you know, posting it for the load and stuff. Yeah, come on over here, pick you up a load of mail, go from one spot to the next spot. You can walk around in there and see everything that's going on, and that's that, you know. But that's what we own things there and stuff. I mean, it's just, hey, you can go work for these places, but I mean, what's the benefit in working for them? You know, those guys went over there, they leased on trucks and stuff with UPS, then they turned into T-Force, you know, a company out of Canada purchased them and stuff, which is nothing more but, you know, somebody's brother or whatever. Hey, you know, hey, we need to change things up and stuff like that, so we fall under certain tax codes and stuff. But you know, that's what it is. It's just, hey, you know, they brought in AB5. You know, they brought in AB5 and stuff, but you know, like I said, but they brought in Proposition 22. So, yeah. So, you know, it's always workarounds and stuff like that. In other words, it's like this, you know. Yeah, you're classified as an employee, but if you go work for an application-based company, then you can be a contractor, you know. Hey, go get a job over here. You can go over here and set your own schedule and so on and so forth. That's why I get what they're doing at Amazon, you know. Yeah, set your own schedule, and, you know, if everything's on the up and up and stuff like that, come in, you work your shift and stuff. It used to be you work full-time job. That's what it was. You know, hey, your days off is Tuesdays and Saturdays. That's it. You know, you come in, you work 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, and that's that. You know, you got your 40 hours a week, and you know, anything past that overtime and stuff, you know, you got that. But, you know, now it's just come in all leisurely and stuff like that. I mean, it is what it is. But, you know, it's pushing you to be independent. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, control your own destiny, control your own fate. You know, there's a lot of hard work and stuff that comes along with it and stuff. I mean, you have to have a business mind and a business mentality. You know, employees, they don't get affected by what you do as a contractor. You know, you're an own operator, you're a contractor. It doesn't matter what sector of business that you're in. Employees do not get affected by what you do. You know, they're still going to get paid by the hour. So, you know, again, it's totally pointless to have conversations with them or get upset with them or whatever, you know, because they can affect your bottom line as a contractor, you know, as an own operator. Everything that they do and stuff. I mean, you know, one little technicality and stuff, man, that's it. I mean, I just had an incident that happened on Friday. You know, the employee wrote one digit wrong, and they were calling the wrong people. And so when I finally figured out what happened, it was too late. Okay, well, hey, you got to reschedule. You know, I came in, I bust my tail, right? Go through all that traffic and stuff like that just to get the load here on time, and then, you know, an employee writes down my phone number. The employee writes down my phone number, and me, you know, not checking behind them and stuff to make sure that everything was true and exact, you know, which again, like I said, it falled on me, you know. I put the paperwork in the mailbox, and then I parked in the back and was waiting on a phone call, and the phone call never happened. I'm sitting there like, daggone, what's going on? Oh, yeah, we tried calling you, but then I look and see that the phone number, one digit off. Okay, all right, well, I'm here now. Well, it's too late. You know, it's too late and stuff, man. Here's the email where you can go in and reschedule. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, right? Sorry for the inconvenience. You know, the security guard that wrote the phone number down, they don't lose any money. Neither did anybody in the shop. I mean, anybody in the anybody in the facility or whatever and stuff that did the unload, they didn't lose no money. The clerk didn't lose no money. Nobody lost money except myself. You know, so there I sat for 4 days, all behind the technicality and stuff, right? So you see, I totally understand your anger, and it's justified, right? But you know, you got to show composure, because they have the ability to make sure that you don't make money. This is why I'm saying, on the flip side of it, right? It's okay for you to flex. It's okay for you to flex. That's what the whole purpose of flexing is and stuff, man. Yeah. So when you out there flexing and stuff like that, I mean, you know, let's go and keep it a buck. Is that your flexing comes from the fact that, well, hey, I was able to make money. I was able to maintain. I was able to do what I wanted to do, despite the fact that you have the power to keep me from making money efficiently and consistently. Even through all this, I'm still able to make this money. This is why they pay me the big dollars and stuff, right? Because of the fact that I have more to lose than you. So when you see me up here flexing, right, just understand, see, you know, you get to flex at the job. You know, you get to flex at the job and stuff, you know, and with a stroke of a pen, you can sit there and determine the fates of many individuals out here, contractors that depend on, you know, making sure that everything is on the up and up and stuff is running efficient. You can have one bad day and just mess up a whole bunch of people's money, but they can't mess your money up. You know, hey, they can just say you was a no-show, right? Because of this technicality. They don't lose anything. You lost all the money. That's you that's got to go through the notion of rescheduling and, you know, sitting tight and losing loads and stuff behind you. You know, this is what you have to do, you know. So despite all that, despite all the you know, just everything that people can throw at you, I'm trying to think of the word and stuff, but everything that people can throw at you and stuff, you still made it despite the fact that they're giving you a hard time, even though they're flexing and stuff at the job. And so, hey, when you sit over there and you in your nice house and your nice car and you're going on vacation, yeah, show the world and stuff, man. That's what you can do, despite the fact that you tried everything in the world, right? That it didn't stop nothing. And I'm still able to go out here and flex on, because I had to maintain a certain decorum. I had to be respectful, despite the fact that you were disrespectful towards me. You can mess up my contract. I can't mess yours up. I can't go into a place and say, well, you need to be reprimanded for one of the things and stuff that you do. They're looking at you and laughing at you like, reprimand, what's that? I can't be fired. I can't be fired and stuff, but I can mess your day up. And despite all that, you're still able to get out here and make your money and maintain and do what you do. So yeah, go out there and flex. You deserve it. Look at all the hard work and ingenuity of everything you had to put in to make sure that things that are running efficient. That sense of composure. You didn't go and be all disrespectful and cuss folk out and ready to fight them, even though you got it in your mind and stuff, man, that, if the circumstance was a little different, if the circumstance was just a little different and stuff, right, things would be a lot different, but, you still maintain, you still composed yourself, right, and got the job done. And so, when you go home to your nice house, when you look at your bank account, when you go out there to purchase that nice car and stuff like that and go on that vacation, remember that, yeah, you got when they tell you, man, no, you shouldn't be flexing like that and stuff, hey, just remember all that hard work and stuff you put in. Everything that they did and stuff to try to stop you and slow you down, you still persevered. So you got, flexing, yeah, that belongs to you and stuff. You deserve that. So, they flex on the job and stuff like that. You flexing at the bank. They go on vacation, they probably get vacation once a year and stuff like that. You go on vacation every month. Hey, you need to relax and stuff, man, and, because of all the stress and stuff that you're going through, relax, take it easy. But, yeah, but here I sit, and this is my situation here and stuff. So it's real. It's a real blow. It sucks, but it is what it is and stuff, man. I mean, just got to do what I got to do and stuff, and maintain and stay the course. I get this stuff done. Hopefully, everything and stuff will be. Hopefully, this thing, will be fixed. I won't have to, that just be one more thing and stuff I don't have to worry about anymore. So, in any case and stuff, I mean, that's that. So, I mean, at least I ain't got this going on, I ain't got that going on and stuff. No check engine lights, no MIL light. As you can see, water temperature is good, oil pressure temperature is good and stuff. We just gotta fix this right here. If we can fix that, man, I mean, we'll go ahead and have it all nipped in the bud and stuff. And so, this is what it is. So, if you see me, and I'm not here in Rooster Red and stuff, that's what's going on. The truck is in the shop. It's got to get what it's got to get done. It doesn't mean I'm out of business or whatever and stuff. This is just the course that I chose. Is that hey, while I'm down, and they're offering me a truck to drive and stuff, I'm always going to take it, make some money. That's the premise of business. That's the premise of business. After all, I mean, I'm not gonna make as much as I would if I was using my truck, but it is what it is. It's not something permanent. It's just to stay the course, guys. I could be staying at some motel that I don't want to be in and stuff, paying all types of money in a place that I really don't want to be and stuff. So, hey, I want to work, make this little bit of money and stuff and put it towards this bill. Because I know it's going to, it's just going to be a bill. But you got to do what you got to do. And So in any case, that's what's going on with the DD15. You know, everything's running like it's supposed to. I still got, you know, I got little hiccups here and there and stuff. You know, it's a lot of things. You know, I'm glad I got it fixed because, you know, I go to places with confidence and stuff like that. But you know, it's the little small things I want to go and get taken care of. Because once I got that nipped in the bud and stuff, then you know I go on my grand tour for real. You know. Yeah. So in any case, I guess the chat thing and stuff, I guess you ain't able to post nothing in the chat and stuff, and that's okay. We'll get that worked on. We'll get that worked on and stuff. And so I appreciate the likes and stuff like that. And with that being said, y'all hit me up on Instagram, which is Rhode Island Red Rooster 22. Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. I'm always posting up things about my 2013 Freightliner Cascadia, and of course, yeah, I'm gonna be posting this up right here along with some other stuff that's been, you know, it has been bad and stuff. But you know, some businesses that I went to that I say that, you know, if you're in the area, you check them out because they give you a real good price. But yeah, that's Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Also, my telephone number is on my YouTube page. Feel free to text me first. Let me know what the subject matter is and stuff. As long as it's about trucking, right? We're gonna keep it about trucking. I'll help you as much as possible and stuff. So text me first. Let me know who you are. Let me know what the subject matter is and stuff. And that way I'll get back with you and we can go into constructive discourse. That being said, this man right here, the one and only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. I'm telling you as always, continue your own research, fact-finding studies. Harness your skills every day. Until next time we talk, next time we meet. Be safe, be easy, peace out.